Shalom Yashrala, this your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump in on this here topic, dealing with the mark of the beast. You know, the prophecies are speaking louder and clear, and now it's being known who are the Lord's servants, man. Who are the true prophets out there, man? All right, because we've been telling you about these things coming to pass as far as the RFID chip being the mark of the beast. All right, but nevertheless, I'm gonna showcase a little bit of this here video that come off of Dabu 7's channel or whatever, whatnot, as they're going forth with this new prototype of this new way of getting jabbed up or whatever, whatnot, you know. But nevertheless, as we've been telling you, these are the phases that they're going through, the precursors of certain things before they get out to, you know, what they ultimately plan to do. All right, let's watch a little bit of this here video.
And this is one to pay attention to, guys. We've talked about the whole patented 060606 Bill Gates tracking system that he has that deals with luciferase, hydrogel, and these microneedles. That is not what we're seeing rolled out right now across the globe. We are seeing...
And if you think this stuff is far-fetched, man, you have the reason that a lot of this stuff sounds far-fetched to a lot of people is because they don't really do their own research on things. All right, yeah, to me, it sounds far-fetched, like smart dust and nanotechnology. That shit sound far-fetched to me. But as fact is doing the research on these things, like, yeah, these niggas really got this type of shit. For you to think that there's something that's like the size of a grain of sand or smaller, all right, that they can inject inside of your body, and it's an autonomous, self-replicating, self-building a machine inside of your body. All right, that shit sounds far-fetched, but they already have this here technology, man, and now they're rolling it out to the public knowledge. All right, this ain't just, you know, researchers works or patents or whatever, whatnot. They're actually advertising these things on the mainstream media and things like that, man. All right.
A normal type of vaccine, although some can argue that mRNA is not normal, but it's normal in terms of the basic needle that you use to deliver it. When you look at this new system that they're rolling out right here, this is a match or a precursor to what Bill Gates is going to be rolling out in the future. This is presented by Unilad. These researchers are saying that they have a prototype that once they're done, this thing's going to be able to deliver the medicine or whatever is needed through little microneedles and then be able to track how your body is. These microneedles are going to...
And see, that's how they're pretty much going to sell it. Oh, we just want to monitor your health just in case something goes wrong. We'll be able to know in real time. But ultimately, as the scriptures say, no man's going to be able to buy or sell save he that have this here, you know, the mark of the beast, more or less to say. All right, they're going to be able to track you around or whatever, whatnot, where you're doing. Ultimately, going to make you a slave, man. All right, a foolproof slave to where you can't escape these things, man. All right, and these are what we're coming to, man. All right, this isn't something that's far-fetched, the next 10, 15 years. No, man, just looking at it and measuring the time diligently, you know, hey, by, you know, mid this year or at the end of this year, I'm more than sure they're going to be rolling out these types of situations like this, man. All right, you know, they got to get you used to taking the jab or whatever, whatnot. And the only reason they want you to take that situation, you know, is basically to see if you're more willing or not to take the next step. You know, if they can get a lot of people to sit there like, you know what, I already got jabbed up. So what's the big deal about this? Nothing really happened, or maybe I got a little sick and I got over it or whatever, whatnot. But hey, I've already taken this, so why not just take the next step, you know? But nevertheless, this is where we're going at, all right?
To both administer the coronavirus vaccine and also monitor its effectiveness on the patient. It's going to do so by tracking the body's immune response all through this little chip or this little thing that they're going to put on you, this patch that does this. This uses polycarbonate or silicone millimeter-long microneedles. And this smart patch can then penetrate the skin to administer the vaccine. It can be held in place, they're saying, with a strap. Or
what did he just say? They can use this here chip to administer the what? The jab, basically, man. So people think that we far-fetched when we telling you that this thing is, you know, they gonna put a damn chip inside your ass, man. Oh, no, they ain't gonna, it's all far-fetched and not that. Man, again, you don't understand. You know, 2010, Barack Obama signed in a law, you know, basically the Brain Initiative program, man, which turned it into what they call Neuralink. All right, if you understand what the hell Neuralink is and how those components work and how they need you to basically wire your body to be able to receive these types of information or whatever, whatnot. Because the next question is to ask, All right, once they jab me with this here situation, how is that going to be reading and monitoring my biometrics or my the measurements of life and certain things, your heart rate? And all, how is it going to be actually measuring? What is it going to connect to get all these things or whatever, whatnot, man? Then when you go into Morgellons disease and stuff like that, or AKA smart dust, all right? You know what I'm saying? They've been hitting you with this shit the whole damn time, man. All right, why are they pushing for the 5G? Well, they're going to need enough bandwidth to have everybody on the damn internet, the internet of things, man. So when you do these researches and you see all these things that they're planning and putting into place, look at what is it called? Agenda 2045. Agenda 2040, and I've done multiple videos on it, but Agenda 2045 lays out this whole plan and the timeline on when they wish to have all these things to be done. All right, and pretty much I want to say that they have the last and the final phase to start in the year 2030, which is basically you have a full nanotechnology body that's created by this nanotech or whatever, whatnot, but your brain's already been downloaded to the cloud and everything like that, years before all of that, whatever, whatnot. You just got this, shape-shifting type of body, whatever you want to be in or whatever, whatnot. They plan on having that done in the next 10 years, man. All right, so where do you think that they really are? Again, go look up Agenda 2045, man, and then you measure and see where we really at. All right, now this was all planned out and promoted way before we had this here pandemic, man. Way before the pandemic was even a thought into people's mind. They've had this whole plan already planned out, man. They telling you what they're going to do. Now, you take that same plan and you look at what's actually being rolled out right now under the guise of this pandemic, you see, like, yo, wait a minute, this is one big-ass plan to begin with. Then it makes it more clear to you what the damn mark of the beast is, man, and what they've been trying to do the whole damn time, man. All right?
Tape, that way it can make its readings. So it's going to simultaneously measure the person's inflammatory response to the vaccine. This is the beginning. We've warned you about it left and right, the technologies. People want to scoff at it and say this and that. Well, here you go. Here's the precursor that they're rolling out. Not even the big dog yet, but we know what the big dog is. And if you're concerned and want to know more, we've discussed this many times on the live streams. You got to make sure to get over there because that's where it's censorship free. DLive, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And hit that subscribe button here on YouTube as well to make sure you're getting notified for future videos.
Hey, and just as a little jab towards these other camps and things like that, or not really the other camps, but you people that are watching these multiple camps and also watching us as well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Dabu is not a self-proclaiming Israelite. Whether he's a Jake or not, you know what I'm saying? He don't go out there saying that he's an Israelite and preaching what we preach from the standpoint that we're preaching from. All right, and not just Dabu, but these other people out here can clearly see, like he said, hey, we know what this is and we know what this is the precursor to. So if they know what the damn mark of the beast is, how much more do you people out here that's still watching these other camps or whatever, whatnot, not seeing that, like, oh, okay, maybe they don't have the 100% truth. They're over here calling these things like Christianity and sin and all kind of other things like that. But what's really shaping up around you in the real world, man? All right, what is the world really going to, man? All right, the scriptures say no man may buy or sell. He calls it all, both small and great. All right, what do you see that's taking over the whole globe right now and has got the whole globe in fear? And what are they saying is going to be the remedy, man? All right, they trying to rush out these here jabs, but the jab is a temporary fix, man. All right, they're trying to come out with the so-called final solution, and that final solution is going to go out throughout the whole planet. All right, so let's start here in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2. I'm going to read verse 11. It says, least Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices. All right, so, hey, man, going into, let me see something real quick before I go into that. And, of course, my internet will be moving slow today. But nevertheless, here we go. All right, well, shit, going into the word for devices, it says a mental perception, a thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes. All right, these evil thoughts, I'm going to devise a plan to come up with, to snare these people up with, man. All right, we're not ignorant of these plans, plots, these thoughts that Esau has to so-called push us into these things. Again, like I just said, man, go on YouTube, Agenda 2045, and really understand what the hell they plan on doing by the year, I think 2030 or something like that, man. All right, and see where we are today. Look at where the technology is today. Now, see if they're actually implementing this here plan that they got for Agenda 2045. All right. And they're using this pandemic as the guys to push it on forward. All right. These are their plans and their plots, their thoughts to get to their end goal, man. And you seen it being played out right before their eyes. But what? Like the scriptures say, blessed are your eyes will see the things that you see. All right. But going back to what we're reading here, it says, 2 Corinthians 2:11, least Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. All right. So, we're not going to get caught up into, let me see what this here word is. This is going into, to gain or take advantage of another, to overreach. All right. To get an advantage, to defraud, to make a gain. All right. So, hey, man, we're not in a position, we're not drunk like the rest of these people out here drunk. We're sober-minded, man. We see clearly the things that Esau's out here doing and his plans and everything like that, Whereas you have these people that's out here talking about conspiracy theorists and whatnot. Lo and behold, it's just like, troops is going down the block and taking everybody into prison. They going in, kicking in doors, killing folks or whatnot. And somebody's running down the block like, yo, they coming. And then you over there looking at them, oh, you a conspiracy theorist, you in this negativity or whatnot. But you can clearly look outside the damn door and see these people just going from door to door, killing every damn body. But you want to go into your own ignorance, cognitive dissonance. Oh, that ain't gonna happen to me, or this ain't gonna happen, or whatnot, man. Or whatnot. Or people just taking things lightly and just trying to go back to work or whatnot. But they don't realize, man, all your so-called future plans and your regular way of life, none of that shit mean nothing no more, man. All right, 2020 then already showed you all the things that you thought was important that you couldn't just put down, and everything was so important that you couldn't focus on this and focus on that. And the Most High showed you that none of that shit matter no more, man. All right, 2020, your ass was sitting at home with nothing, man. 2021, they about to start jabbing your ass and trying to put chips inside of you, man. All right, this is the beginning of what Esau calls his new world order, man. All right, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. We're not ignorant of his plans, plots, and traps, man. All right, we understand what he's trying to do, especially with this here pandemic. They had a saying, never let like a catastrophe or something like that go to waste. All right, they could always use these things for whatever type of propaganda they want to use. All types of things like this they could spin to their advantage, man. All right, this is Revelation 13, starting at verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So again, you're trying to figure out what the mark of the beast is. As we see these things being played out, was or was not the whole globe under a lockdown? All right, caused everybody to stay at home. Now, right now, they also have these mask mandates where you have to pretty much wear a mask if you want to go anywhere, man. All right, you want to fly or anything like that, you got to have this here mask on. Then they're going to start requiring everybody to get these here jabs. All right, as we see with Joe Biden in his first 100 days wanted to do 100 million people. All right, but then you see these airlines and hotels talking about, hey, we're going to make it to where you can't fly or stay or go into these places unless you have this here jab, man. All right, and the same thing with these other countries, because it's not just America getting these jabs, man. There's other countries as well too, man. So what? They're telling you, if you don't have this here jab globally, you're not going to be able to travel globally. You're not going to be able to buy globally. You're not going to be able to sell globally, man. All right, so it says he calls it all. All right, so hey, we see something that's being pushed out throughout the whole planet Earth, man. Everybody's getting in subjection up under these things, right? It says he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. Now, let me read this all the way through. And no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And like I just said, man, you can very rarely, I seen an article today talking about how, I think it was Yelp. They were going to make this new little section on there where you can report businesses for unsafe practices as far as, their employees aren't wearing masks. They're not requiring, they may have a sign posted saying you need to wear a mask, but people walking in without masking and they ain't really doing nothing about it or whatever. You can call and report these businesses, man. All right. So look, man, all these different people, you know what I'm saying, are pretty much brainwashed to keep supporting this here system that's about to enslave you. All right. So it says he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So now let's go into some of these here words, right? So we're going to go into the word for mark, all right, to prove to you what the mark of the beast is and how they're going to be implementing them, all right? So the word for mark here is charagma, all right? It says a stamp, an imprinted mark, all right? of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, right? Or we could say because we know that this here kingdom is in opposition to the way that the Lord would have things set up, right? So basically, is look, you're gonna follow after the beast system, or you're gonna follow after the Lord, man. All right. But look, going into this here mark is denoting that you're gonna serve what? This beast system. You're gonna be serving the damn devil, man. All right. It says mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculpture, graven image, idolatrous work. Charagma from the same word, G5482, a scratch or etching, i.e. a stamp as a badge of servitude, sculpture, figure, statue, or graven mark. So it says a scratch or etching. All right. So look, they're gonna wind up scratching your skin. Let me see. Go further into this here word. All right. It says from caraxo, to sharpen to a point, akin to this other word, through the idea of scratching. Right. So they're gonna wind up scratching your skin. Or with something that's sharpened to a point, like what? Like a pail or a stake or palisade. Like a you put up a tent, you got to draw the little stakes into the ground, or a railroad stake or whatever, whatnot. That's going into what? Something with a pointed end. All right, kind of like a pencil or something like that. But we know this is talking about what? Those syringes that they're using. All right, it's like a pail or a stake. It's going to be sharpened to a point. All right. Going further into this here word, it says, let me find the definition. Well, we could just read through all of that. It says to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. To write in reference to the contents, to express written characters. Still going in there, but the root word is grapho. But nevertheless, they're gonna wind up, like they were saying, they'll be able to inject you with the jab, also track and see how it affects you and everything like that, man. All right, by what? Writing these things down, man, making a record of all these things, man. All right. So going into, that was the word mark. Let's go into this here other word for stigma. So going into this here word stigma, it says from the primary stizo, or to stick, or example, to prick. Like we was just reading, something gonna be sharpened to a point, like a stake or a pail. All right, to scratch or etch into the skin, to brand upon basically the slaves or the servants of this here beast system. All right. Now going into this here word for stigma, all right, it says to stick or to prick, a mark branded in or branded upon the body. To the ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers, all right, bore the name of the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to, and to where even some devotees stamp themselves in this way with the token of their powers. So, basically going into this situation, it says cut into the bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. So, hey, who you gonna belong to? The Lord, Yahweh, Yahushua, or you gonna basically belong to this here beast and this beast system, man, and damn devil, man. All right. So, hey, as we can see, this here, the ultimate mark of the beast is gonna wind up being how do I say, injected inside of you. All right, with something that's sharpened to a point, something like in the shape of a stake or a pail, which is like those syringes that you're seeing out there, right? All right, to basically brand upon you with a certain mark, man. All right, to write certain things down on paper or whatever, whatnot, and all these different things, man. Going into what the mark of the beast is, man. All right. Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hands, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, hey, man, basically these 2/3 became missile food, ultimately. Revelation 16 and verse 1 and 2. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out your vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And when the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast and upon them which had worshipped his image. So going into these things, man, we starting to see a lot of these side effects of these different people taking these jabs and everything like that, man. All right, and so on and so forth, man. How much more when they introduce basically computers and chips inside of your damn body, man. All right. This is the book of Daniel 8 and chapter 8 and verse 25. And through his policy, he shall also cause craft to prosper in his hand. All right. So, hey, through his policies and things like that, man. Writing in the law certain things. Hey, you can't travel unless you got the jab. Can't get a job unless you got the jab. You got kids, y'all don't want to get jabbed. We taking the kids. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in heart, and by peace shall destroy many. So really all Esau got to do right now is come out with a so-called jab or whatever, whatnot, and say we got the cure for all these different things and so on and so forth, you know. But ultimately, you know, this is going to be his time for his downfall. It says, he shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Because ultimately, the only people who got enough pride on them to try to fight the Lord is who? These Edomites, man. All right, they're playing out their role to the T, man. All right. Salaki, give me 1 second. Give me a second. Oh, don't wonder. Salaki, I'm in the wrong spot. This is Job 13 and verse 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. So they got these people like your boy Dr. Fauci coming out there, whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, you know, y'all always like to talk to us. How do y'all know and how y'all believe this and how y'all believe that? Y'all reading some man's book. Well, how you know Dr. Fauci is a real doctor? Because they put his name up on the TV and put doctor before his name or whatever, whatnot, man. All right. But see, these people are out here deceiving our people by the guys of these so-called people that's supposed to be telling you the truth, like your doctors and so on and so forth, you know. It says, Job 13 and 4 says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. All right. So, hey, you go to the doctor nowadays, try to get medical treatments. You're going to be way worse off than before when you came in. You see the commercials come on, you know, if you or somebody you know is suffering from, let's just say, a broken thumb, big toe or something like that. If you and some of your loved ones are suffering from a broken big toe, try this here drug or try this here medicine. Side effects may include depression, vomiting, loss of weight, death, all kind of other things or whatever, whatnot. Ain't got nothing to do with your toe, man. All right, but nevertheless, what we put a lot of people here put a lot of their trust into these medical associations, trusted science, trusted doctors or whatever, whatnot. Hey, but these are physicians of no value, man. All right, they have a plan and an agenda they're trying to sell down the road, man. All right, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of the things he's actually trying to do, his plans and everything like that, man. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. So next time I say call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone that taught us his truth and ever will. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing his truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time I say stay strong, shalom.